Welcome back everybody to another Halloween product review. Today we've got another spirit prop to show you. This is actually something that I found on the Facebook Marketplace app, one of my favorite places to find large-scale Halloween props. Mainly because if you're looking on eBay, most of the stuff that they're going to sell is going to be expensive to ship, so I never really look there anymore. And in the thrift stores, if you saw something like this, it would probably go by very fast. So that's why I'm always constantly perusing Facebook Marketplace. And as another benefit, you never know who you're going to meet. As a matter of fact, the person who sold me this prop is a manager for the spirit stores in my local area. So I now have a contact for my spirit store walkthroughs that I'm going to be doing coming up in probably another month or so. So stay tuned for that. But I was very excited again to find this. I paid $60 for it. This is a prop that Spirit still sells on their website now for about $180. So I got it for roughly a third of the price, which I'm very happy about. Now, the seller told me that I think it was a store display. She didn't quite say that. She was kind of iffy, but she was like, it's never really been used. So I'm quite excited to see how it is. Now, she did indicate that the box was damaged, and that was kind of one of the reasons. She says she had had it in her car for, basically a year. She's been driving around with this in her car trunk. So it is now mine for the low price of $60, and I can't wait to open it up and share it with you. And what it is, it's called, again, the A31 Capsule, and it's got a little alien here, and the box says the same thing here on the side. This alien does not come in peace. You know he is stirring inside when the capsule lights up green. Strange noises lurk behind the capsule walls. Infrared or step pad activated, sold separately. Fog machine compatible, sold separately. So I'm actually probably going to try this with a fog machine in another video. But today I want to open it up with you and just show you how to assemble this guy and give him a quick once over, see what he looks like. But let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. So as you can see, we have lots of fun product here. And I can see offhand, we have a nice one-page instruction sheet. It's color, looks very detailed. And then we have the story of the Area 31 capsule, which I will read to you now. Some things of this world are better left hidden. That is what the evil scientist will tell you anyway, when you discover an odd and otherworldly capsule in his secret laboratory. Your curiosity will get the best of you, of course it will, and you'll venture far too close to the unknown capsule. The green lights, fogging capsule, and startling sounds warn you to back away, but as the fog begins to disappear, you begin to see what's inside, an alien. You can't change the fact that you saw an alien that was ready to rip you to pieces, and now the alien knows your face, and it won't soon forget the people who refused to free it from its confinement. Actually, the last word was containment, but close enough. There's actually a very similar story on the back of the box. It's a little bit different. It rhymes. Not too well, but I'll save that for another day. Or, if you pick up this prop, you can read that. Or if you really want to know, let me know and I'll read it. But let's see. Inside, we've got the fog machine parts. Looks like we've got some panels. Some bar pieces. Alien head. You know what? It's probably going to be best if I pull this out on the floor. So let me pull this table out and we'll see what's inside this box. Inside the box, we are going to find 10 three-way joints, 5 long poles without fabric, 6 short poles, 12 long poles covered with fabric, a frame with control box and fog activation cord attached, 2 T-shaped joints, the alien body, a long pole with head fabric for alien body, 4 small side panels, 4 large side panels, a front capsule bottom panel, a front capsule panel with sensor, a window capsule panel, the A31 capsule panel, a fabric cloth with Velcro strips attached, a fog hose, a metal fog hose connector, and a 6-volt 2-amp adapter. You should also find a fog relay cord, which is missing from my set. All right, the first thing that we're going to want to do is build the frame of the capsule. Now I've gone ahead and got us started because the next couple of steps are a little bit repetitive. But basically I started by building this square base, well, more of a rectangle really, and these are going to be the non-fabric covered poles. Just built the square using the 3-way connectors. And then for the vertical supports, we're going to be using the fabric covered poles because that's what our Velcro is going to stick to. Once we get to the very first level, we are going to add the control box. Now, what the control box is going to do is allow you to, of course, add the power module. You can also add the external speaker here. There is a volume control. You can add a foot pad, and there's a little try me button as well. And we've got a bunch of cords hanging off here. One is for the fog machine, one is for the lighting, and I don't know what the other one is for, but we'll find out here as we assemble it. So you're going to want to make sure that your control box is at the back of the unit because there is one pre-attached junction here that we're going to be attaching our alien to. So before we go ahead and start assembling the sides, I am going to go ahead and just put on the power cord right now just to save us a little bit of time, because once you put the back panel on, that Velcro is very hard to deal with and you don't want to have to keep fiddling with it. So you go ahead and plug this in. It'll be ready for our use when we get to that point, but we need to finish building the frame. So I've got my base square here. We're going to start with our vertical poles. Again, these are the fabric covered poles and it's very simple. We are just going to press them into the connectors. Now, it doesn't snap in, it really is just a pressure point. And these fabric things just go on and off. They don't stick on at all, but kind of just the way they are sewn, I mean, it's not really going to collapse. It's got a lot of body, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Now, after the first level, we want to be a little careful putting on the connectors for the next level. Again, they're just these 3-way connectors. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 in the back, but this front area is where we're going to be seeing our alien. So this is the one spot that we're going to use the T connectors instead of the 3-way connectors. That's going to leave this whole section right in front open. We are going to use the smaller connector pieces for the sides and the longer connector pieces for the back. And then now we're ready to do the final 4 vertical poles. All right, I was trying to do this a little too quickly and I've already made a mistake. You probably can't see it way back there in the video, but you can't just put these 3 ways on haphazardly. You need to make sure that they're all going the same direction. So as you can see, the T, if you can see that, the T starts down here and ends up here. It ends above the bar, right? That's your T. So the back side has got to be the same. Now it's a 3-way, so there's 3 sections that stick out, and then there is a flat section. So we need the flat section to be on the bottom so that the top section sticks up just like it does on the T section. So again, you just got to make sure they're all the same. I've done the same on the back. All right, with the frame properly made, we are going to put the last section of vertical supports in. As I put this last one in, I'm just kind of pressing down to make sure that they're all kind of snug and it stays together. As you can see, this is a tall prop. It is supposed to be 6 foot tall. I'm 6'3", so should be just shy of my height. But we need to go ahead and finish off the top, so we have 4 more of these 3-way connectors. This time we're going to want to make sure that the side that sticks down on the 3-way connector is placed first so that the top is flat. And we're going to add our connector bars. All right, our frame is ready. We only have one more bar, which we are going to put just right here in this middle section, keeping this, this last bar has a little piece of fabric on the top, and that's so our alien head can Velcro to it. So we're going to keep that right there in the center. So here is our alien head. I'm going to go ahead, actually I'm just going to pop this back off. It might make it just slightly easier, because what we need to do is actually put the pole through this hole in the bottom. Voila. And I've already got it stuck. It just sort of, again, just Velcros right there, and it stays in place. So very easy, can't mess that up. But let's go ahead and put him in place here. He's looking spooky already. All right, once you have your frame constructed, the next thing you're going to want to do is put on your side panels. And you're pretty much doing the same thing for both sides. And what you are doing is taking 2 of your little square panels and 2 of your longer rectangle panels, and we're just going to Velcro them onto these fabric strips along the pole. And it's pretty easy. You're going to do a square, rectangle, rectangle, square. And each square, for instance, has Velcro strips. This one has one in the front, just on one side, because the other side you're going to want to have finished. On the inside, you've got 2 of the strips, and that's going to be what is connected to the pole. This strip actually on the front is going to help Velcro the front piece on. But one thing you've got to keep in mind is where the pattern is going. So let's go ahead and just start here at the bottom. You've got, basically, I've figured out, you want this little square pattern in the upper right corner. So I'm just going to go ahead and Velcro this guy on. Now, it doesn't fit wonderfully. I'm going to tell you that now. And I have not found a way around this. Oh, whoops. One thing I want to show you right here, I'm pulling off this piece of Velcro. This is the back piece probably of one of these front panels. These are just hot glued. These pieces of Velcro are hot glued onto the panels, and they just come off super easy. I've already re-glued a few of them, but clearly they're not staying. I already have another one that fell off. So we'll come back to those. Hopefully we can get by without them. But I'm going to go ahead and put the next long panel on. We're going to want to keep the pattern to the right. And that's going to leave, oh geez, more of this Velcro in the front, so we can put the front panel on. These should just sort of stay in place just because it's sitting on top of the other one. And then we're going to go ahead and place the next one on. Again, just keeping the pattern all in the same on the right. Pressing it into place. And then we'll top it off with our final square piece. All right, now I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. However, on this side, we're going to reverse the pattern. So this time it's going to be on the bottom left, that little square, because we want to make sure that our Velcro strip is in the front. And our capsule's coming together. It's starting to look very alien-like. But what's really going to finish it off is putting on these front panels. All right, we're going to start with the bottom piece. Now, this is where things kind of go a little wonky with this prop, because I can't make it fit. I've tried this a couple of times, but basically what the problem is that this bottom piece, as you can see, has a lip, and that lip doesn't extend, and it does not extend to the width of these bars at the bottom. So I can try my best to kind of wedge it in there, but it just does not fit. So we have to just kind of rely on the Velcro to hold it in place. And this, unfortunately, is one of those pieces where one of my Velcro strips has already fallen off. So I'm just gonna put it on and hope for the best. The next piece we have is going to be our logo panel. Now this is going to warn everyone off, but primarily is going to have the sensor right there in the center. In the back, there is a little wire here, and I'm just going to connect this wire to our control box. Was that the wire? I wasn't sure what it was. It was the sensor. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. Now these panels, again, don't fit very well, in my opinion. They're supposed to fit around the sides of the side panel because there's Velcro on the end of the side panel, and that's what it connects to hold it all together. So I've got that one pretty snug. Let's go ahead and see if I can get this side as well. And I can actually, so these have a little bit more flexibility. I can stretch it, it works out fine. It's just that bottom panel, and I think the top panel too, that have a little bit of problems. But let me go ahead and connect that wire while I'm back here. All right, that was very easy. Again, just connect the wires. But let's go ahead and put on the next piece. All right, so this also goes in one particular direction because it also has a wire. This wire is going to control this little strip of LED lights here. That's what's going to make our alien glow. So we have, again, Velcro on the insides of this. It's pretty flexible. I think it's going to go in place properly. Just going to want to, again, make sure that those LEDs are at the bottom. And let's go ahead and put it in place. All right, getting creepy. You can see that really kind of looks like glass. I'm very impressed with it. I'm gonna go ahead and connect that LED wire back here. And now we're going to finish it off with our top cap piece. Now this one again has that top that's not flexible, so it's not gonna fit quite right. And you've got these little pieces of Velcro that are kind of just hanging and falling off. Doesn't help anything, but let's see if we can get this to somewhat look right. Okay, I think we've done it. So, there we go. Now, you're probably thinking, gosh, there's a lot of glare there, and we're going to solve that problem by putting on the black fabric backing. Now, there was a piece of Velcro along the top edge of our A31 panel, which we are going to Velcro this too. Now, again, this is why it's a good idea to put all of your wiring into place before you get to this point, because once this goes on, you don't want to keep messing with this Velcro because it keeps pulling apart and pulling things off. This is the second time I've assembled this thing, and I'm already very unhappy with how it's not Velcroing together as well as it did the first time. So I may never take this apart again. I only took it apart to show you. So, all right, this Velcro sticks to everything, but let me go ahead and get this on and we'll see how it looks. I've got the backing on. Again, that Velcro sticks to everything. It does kind of help hold it all together though, gives it a little bit more sturdiness. So you're not gonna wanna mess with it. Again, make sure you got your connections all set before you get to that point. The only thing you can do is add your fog machine. I'm not going to do that today. As I said, I'm missing that relay, which is kind of a shame. But we'll maybe see if we can figure out how to hook a fog machine up to this another time. I've gone ahead and got everything else done though, so the only thing left to do is plug it in and see how it works. All right, as you can see, I've got the green glow of the alien, and let's see what happens when I run my hand in front. You get that sort of alarm screeching sound. It didn't make any voice sound effects. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like it does anything other than that screech. It doesn't turn or anything, but that glow is pretty cool looking. I'm gonna go ahead and while this is playing, see if I can adjust the volume. He definitely looks good in the dark. I love the way that the light glows off of the alien's face. I did go ahead and turn the volume down just a little bit. That's one of my favorite functions on these sort of props is when they have the volume control sensor here. Did have to un-Velcro some of this to get to it, which I don't like because this Velcro is very hard to deal with. But let me go ahead and bring the camera in now and let's take a closer look. Here we have a close-up of his creepy, menacing face. Down here you can kind of see the LEDs coming through the plastic, which gives it a very mechanical look. Sensor there in the emblem. And just look at the detail of the metal, the plastic molded to look like metal. And as we move to the back and pull open the Velcro, you can see the control unit. Turn that volume all the way down. There we have it, the A31 Alien Capsule from Spirit. It's got great presence. It actually has a very realistic look. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from far away that it's plastic, especially in the dark. I think it's got a great look, and that alien is so creepy cool. I think he would be great for almost anybody's Halloween decor. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with him. I only bought him because, again, he was such a fabulous deal, I had to get him. But let me know, do you think he is a good prop? Could you incorporate him into your haunt? Do you have any suggestions as to what I could do with him? Otherwise, he might just live here in my study for the rest of our lives. But that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for more prop builds, Halloween haunt videos, store walkthroughs, DIYs, and all that stuff. And thanks for watching again. Take care. Happy haunting.